Okay, so let's take a look at how you can install Android Developer Studio. So we go to officialdeveloper.android.com and here you can see option to download Android Studio. Okay, so when you click on it, it should take us to its download page. Before we can do that, first thing we have to do, however, is we have to install Java JDK. So if you search for Java JDK downloads, it should take you to the page where you have option to download Java JDK. Okay, here you have version SC16. Okay, and there you can choose the Windows installer. Okay, if you are on Linux or Mac, you have to choose that installer accordingly. Then once installed, you can open command prompt and type in Java version. Make sure that you have the JDK installed. Okay, in my case it's Java 16, so I'm ready to go as it's in path as well. Next thing is we're going back to our Android Studio downloader. Here you have download options to choose from. You can choose installer or simple zip file. Either one of that should be good to go. So I have chosen this installer option, and as you can see on desktop I have the installer. So let's double click on that. It will take some time to process the setup. Now I have C drive, D drive and E drive, out of which C always has the permission issues. So I'm going to make sure to install this in D drive or E. So let's check this user control. Click on yes, and then this wizard starts. Click next. Okay, so we have option for both Android Studio, Android Virtual Device. Click next. Here I'm going to change the path to D. Okay, so D drive for installing this. Click next. Click install. Okay, it will take a second or so depending on your RAM. Okay, so when you are installing Android Studio, make sure that you have at least 8 GB of RAM. In my case it's 16, so I'm good to go. So as you can see, the installer is finished. Click on next, and now you can choose this start Android Studio. I'm going to uncheck that to show you how to open that from our Windows 10 menu. Okay, click finish to end this. Now to start Android Studio, simply go to your Windows menu, then scroll to the bottom and check for Android Studio's icon, because here you can see it's in here. They have new icon. Instead of green, this time they have blue. Click on this Android Studio shortcut. Okay, it will load the splash screen. After that, it will ask you to import the Android Studio settings if you have any. So currently I don't have any, so do not import settings. Click OK. You may notice that once this loads on your desktop, it may have a little bit of lag depending on your RAM size. So if you have 16 GB and onwards, then you may notice a little bit less difference than those who are using 8 GB or 10 or 12 GB type of setups. Okay, may download some of the files and it will ask you whether you want to share the data. I don't want to because I'm already on limited internet connection, as you can see. Now here you have Android Studio Setup Wizard. Okay, and at the bottom there is one notification saying Kotlin plugin update available. So I'm going to ignore this because I want to set up. So once set up, you can go through all the plugins and update them as required. Now in first screen for setup wizard, you can click on next after reading this. Then you can choose the type of setup you want. I want to keep it standard. Click next. Then you can choose between the dark mode or light mode. So this is purely preference. I want to continue with the default, which is light. Now the thing is, it will show you things that will be required for your Android Studio, which is SDK components, emulator 309, SDK build tools, Android platform 30, and other tools. Okay, so simply click finish. Now it will start the download to download some of the components here. As you can see, install Android SDK platform tools. It will finish all of that. Okay, at the end you will notice that all of the components are successfully installed, and it will show you this finish button. Okay, so if you can see this, simply click on that finish button and it should show you the launcher. So basically this launcher has a bunch of options for you to start with. So create new project, open existing project, get from version control, so you can connect to GitHub or any other Git repository that you have. Then you can choose to do profile or debug your already deployed APK. Then you have option to import project from other IDEs like Gradle, Eclipse ADD, etc. And then finally import an Android code sample. So what we are going to do is we will take a look at how to go through all of these options later. So what we have done so far is we downloaded Java JDK, installed it, and had it in our path. Then we downloaded Android Studio and installed it along with the necessary components that you need to execute Android Studio on Windows.